Hello everyone, this is Erin from Fresh Start Tarot here with a mini reading for you today. It is currently Wednesday, the 23rd of August, and while I normally do readings the Friday before to get nature of the energies for the upcoming week, and I usually do a full week's reading, I was not motivated to do so. I was not told to do so. Some things needed to sort themselves out first, but I have been called to do an energetic reading from now through the end of Sunday. That means that I'll likely have another reading for the following week later this week. So it'll be pretty nice. I'm going to start with an oracle card for what we need to know from today through the end of the week energetically. What advice do you have for us, Spirit? What is sort of the theme for the energy flow for this upcoming week? Last week's reading, which I did not publish because I was having technical difficulties on multiple levels, the reading was success. So I do very much hope that you have found success this week in some aspect of your life. The star was the motivating factor on that card, and so it was a really lovely energy. Honestly, last week's reading was very lovely, even though I didn't get to publish it. Oh, this week we're focusing on healing energy. So let's talk about that. Healing energy. Take a moment to reconnect with your true self. It's time to heal the wounds you might carry, dissolve the stress, and replace the negative energy blocking your radiant character. Little insecurities can become trigger points, so it's time to affirm our values and embrace our quirks. Sometimes self-examination can be scary and upsetting, but it also brings joy and rebirth. Healing deeper scars doesn't mean that the pain or harm never existed, but it will no longer control your actions. This tree is anchored and is absorbing the energy from the transmutation circle. You own the power of your own transformation, and you too can blossom with lush energy. So thank you very much for that message, universe. We're going to take a look at the general energy for the week. We are going to be using the Angel Tarot deck in order to do so. This will be a general reading so that it may apply to your love life, your career, your personal life, your family life. The cards are flying out. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so wherever this resonates, whether it's your spiritual journey or something more practical, heavens to Betsy. Okay. They're so active today. I get it. Like, I was literally called to do this and they can't even shuffle the cards. All right. We're going to be taking a look at the past, present, future energies, as well as our challenge for the week or for the next 5 days or so, and what we don't see coming for us. So let's take a look at our future energies. We've already pulled the past and the present. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. We are going to clarify today with the Rider-Waite-Smith traditional tarot deck. So what we have, I'll stop shuffling because I'm not even clarifying anything and cards are still flying out. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I feel like because this flew out, we should talk about it. I'll ask the universe sort of what is going on with the Knight of Wands, why this came out. It's very interesting, very active energy today. Okay, so in the recent past, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Temperance. The Four of Pentacles is a very reserved energy, so there may have been one aspect of your life or multiple aspects where you had just decided to sort of gather yourself together, This is not usually a take stock energy. It's more protective. So perhaps you had been giving too much of yourself to others in the past. You had been devoting yourself in too many directions. That's a common message that we've seen over the last few weeks, over and over and over again. And it looks like you've broken that idea. You've broken that concept, and you just sort of held tight for a little bit. Let things fall where they may. Perhaps you kept things kind of closer to your chest in the recent past, but I sense this big gathering energy, protecting yourself, even if it means saying no to other people. And the Page of Swords is also about finding out information and gathering that sort of information. It seems like these energies are very much connected, this holding into yourself and finding out new information. Perhaps you were researching something, but the overall theme here, the major arcana that came out, is balance. So everything you were doing was to bring yourself into balance so that you could move forward into the future. So that's what I'm detecting in the recent past. Now, the present energies. I actually am detecting that the Knight of Wands is supposed to be a part of this present energy, which is great. So let's figure out what's going on. In the present moment, you have the Seven of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups, and you have the Knight of Wands. So this is incredible energy. One, there's a lot on your plate right now in a good way. There are a lot of choices. You've gathered yourself perhaps because you either saw this coming, or the universe has been presenting with you in the present moment options for you to go in different directions. If this is a love reading, because for some of you this is, I'm detecting that perhaps there were either multiple suitors for a couple of you, or it was more of a choice. Do I want to be in love, in a relationship, bound to somebody, or am I better off single? Quite honestly, I'm going to clarify some of these cards, but I want to go through all of these first, because for some of you, that was a very specific message. For some of you who are listening, that you've chosen to move forward into love, which is really cool. It looks like you took some time to reflect over your past. You have come out of a period of great struggle, but you've made it. You're on the other side. You are victorious, and now the universe is standing at your back. This is sort of a really wonderful depiction of the Nine of Wands. It's very close to the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. It's how I like to imagine the Nine of Wands. You're the wounded warrior, but you are victorious, and the sun shines on you. And then now that you've made it, now that you are here, you are moving forward with new conviction and new passion. So the Knight of Wands is a symbol of moving forward into a passionate new beginning. The Knight of Cups is moving forward with an open heart and with great emotional connection. If this is a career reading, if this is resonating in your career, because I know I talked about love, there's a lot going on where maybe it was more subtle. There are no pentacles right here in this part of the reading. So it's not like you were presented outright with a bunch of different choices. I think it was more subtle than that. There were different ways, there were different directions, there were different places you could have taken your career. And then when you really thought about how far you've come, it became more clear to you which direction you should move in at this time. And so you are moving in that direction. And I'm just detecting a bunch of positive energy, which is very much confirmed by our future. So because you did take this time to conserve your energy, you have, in the present moment, started to make choices to any of the choices. It's sort of this like move forward with your heart open and with your passion and that gratitude of being thankful for where you're at. And as long as you do that, you will be moving forward into this fantastic energy, which we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Pentacles is a wish fulfillment in abundance, in energy, in stability, and it's a great personal triumph. This was something that you've probably planted the seeds for a while back, but you are finally moving forward into accepting that security into your life, and you were the active participant, or you will be, because this is the near future, you will be the active participant in your success, which brings on a period of rest. It's very normal that once we accomplish something really great, our bodies, our minds, our hearts just need a break. And that's what the universe is saying, that like, take that rest, take that time. You don't necessarily, like, it's done. And in doing this successful endeavor, your great personal fortune comes in. The 9 of Cups is a wish fulfillment. It is a personal wish fulfillment. So this isn't necessarily something huge where it benefits everybody. Same with the 9 of Pentacles. It's not like this benefits everybody. This is all about you. This is a wish fulfillment in stability, in abundance. This is a huge success. This is a wish fulfillment in life. So this is either something you have been manifesting. This could be love. This could be moving forward. For some of you, this is sort of moving out of, again, I'm getting this message for a couple of you, that this is moving into a calmer time in your relationship, almost like you found, it's something you've wanted, where either you found common ground and now you're moving into the next step of your relationship. For others of you, that this is about your family life. There are some issues that you're realizing that have needed to be sorted, but no matter what, you're going to be okay. You're focusing on you. And I think that the universe is telling me that it's important to know that everybody is their own responsibility. And with you taking responsibility for yourself, it's only bringing you great success. I love the 4 of Swords here. I really do, because you've done the work. The universe is giving you a time of rest. It's asking you to rest because all of the good things are already done and they're coming in. So let's clarify a couple things in this reading before we get into the challenge and into what we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. One, what do we need to know, universe? Let's get some advice about the direction we need to move into in the present moment. Could we please get some advice as to what the direction, because I don't want to clarify individual cards. I want to clarify this general energy, or I'm being called to clarify this entire message. So what direction do we need to move into in the present moment? What can we tell me? 9 of Wands, clarified by 9 of Wands. We're going to move this. We're going to do this real quick. Just so I separate these, since these were the ones that came out. That's funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's a double down. Like, you already did it. You already did it. Like, you're the champ. Let's see what else happens. In the present moment, what is the advice? Can I have 2 more cards, please? Of what direction we need to move into. What is the choice, about the choice that we need to make, please? Oh, yep. This is about the choice that we made to make. It's like, make a choice. Okay, great. So the universe clarified our present energies, which was the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. And my question that I asked was, what do we need to know about the direction we need to move into in order to bring in all of this positive energy? The universe gave us the 9 of Wands again, the Tower, and the 2 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Wands, this is a double down reminder that you have already come so far. You have already grown so much in whatever aspect of your life this is referring to, which to me, the 9 of Wands can't help but refer to multiple aspects. What needs to change is a foundational shakeup. The direction you need to go into is something that you have not done before. It is going to be uncomfortable, but in doing so, it's going to bring things back into balance for you. It's not a little thing. And I don't think it's a physical thing. I don't think it's I need to reorganize my room. I think that what you're being called, what you know after you've taken stock, take stock of the journey you've been through, you already know what major belief, what major way of life, the path that you've been walking, something major needs to change. Usually the Tower card comes out when the universe changes something for you, but that's not what I asked. What I asked was, what do we need to do to step forward? So that's the universe putting this in your hands. And I do think that that is made sense by following that up with the 2 of Pentacles, which quite literally says that you are the one who is capable of bringing yourself back in balance. If you look on the background of the Two of Pentacles, there's sort of like a wavy sea. It's rough seas, and there are some boats that are trying to manage that. The Two of Pentacles has appeared to let you know that even when you do have choices, it is ultimately your decision. But I do hope that this gives some insight into what direction you need to move into, what limiting belief do you need to release in order to see this abundance come in very quickly. This is coming in, like, the near future is literally like the near future. So yeah, this is fabulous. The challenge for the week is going to be the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is head over heart energy. It's moving forward with logic. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can be seen as unreliable and wishy-washy. So one of the advice is that this advice actually came up for me in one of my readings for this week, which was that if you make a commitment, stick to it. If you said you were going to do something this week, this is the week to do it. Now, don't do it at the sacrifice of your own health, mental health, well-being, emotional well-being. But if you said, yeah, I'm going to send that email, send that email. If you said, yeah, I'm going to help out. This is not the time to be wishy-washy on your commitments, because everything is leading you towards something really big right now. So just don't forget about the little details. That's what I'm getting from this card. Don't forget about the little details, because we are moving forward with so much heart energy and so much passion. Sometimes the details can be lost. So take a moment. My recommendation with that would be to take a moment and check over all your commitments. Make sure you didn't miss anything this week, because big things are coming for you right around the corner that you're going to be super happy about. What we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. So this is self-limiting behavior. This is self-doubt, which makes total sense. When there are big changes that need to happen, sometimes we think like, oh, okay, maybe I can't do this. Maybe you're surprised. Maybe you thought, I already dealt with this. I already handled this issue. I already worked on this with myself, with my spiritual leader, with my therapist. Why do I still have these feelings? That's what I'm getting from the Eight of Swords. So I would actually like to take a moment to ask for some advice then. Spirit, if we're going to experience the Eight of Swords and this moment of self-doubt, how should we proceed with the self-doubt? Okay. Page of Cups. Okay, let me put it, I guess I'll throw them on top of our present moment. I think that that's the best way. I need to find a better setup. Ace of Pentacles. How do we push through? How do we proceed? I don't want to say push through, because I think it's important to acknowledge that the self-doubt is just that you are in control of your own prison, that those little bandages don't actually control you or bind you in any way. So the way to move forward out of your self-doubt that we may or may not see coming, which we don't see coming this week, is to really play into, again, your heart energy. It's about newness. It's about acknowledging the newness of where you are in life. It's about acknowledging the newness of this situation and the newness of the direction that you're moving into. What you're about to do is not something that you've ever done before. And that comes with inherent doubt, inherent risk, inherent fear. But if you take a look and appreciate the fact that it's okay to sort of have a fledgling new beginning, and that it's important for us to plant our seeds for our own future, that it'll provide that great stability. The Hierophant is the master of contracts. The Hierophant is also the master of tradition. So it's almost like you're forming a new tradition for yourself. And in doing so, it can feel really uncomfortable to move away from old habits or from old processes that no longer serve you. But in forming this new tradition for yourself, you start something really beautiful. I mean, look at this energy. You're starting something really, really incredible. And it pays off in a really nice way for your benefit. Not the world, not the universe, you. Oh, man. Thanks, universe. This was great. Okay. let's move on to the daily day-by-day breakdown, where I'm going to look at Wednesday through Sunday. That'll be the 23rd of August through the 27th. We are actually going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck. I'm going to clarify with the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. That's interesting. Usually the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is getting its use in today. All right, lovelies. Let's take a look at the week energy. You know, I forgot to bring it up. Normally I bring it back in here. But isn't it interesting that everything was about acknowledging the struggles that you've been through and moving into this new direction, even if it's uncomfortable. And the overall message for this week is healing energy. I just wanted to bring that back out for a moment so that you can, maybe I can like keep that on the screen that we know. There we go. All right. Let's talk about Wednesday through, I'm going to pull, you know what? I'm actually not going to do Wednesday. I'm going to pull from Monday, because sometimes it's important to see the flow of the whole energy for the entire week. So I am going to pull, even though it's Wednesday, I'm going to pull Monday and Tuesday. And what's also kind of fun is if you can find resonance, like, oh my gosh, this totally happened for me. It sort of helps confirm the reading that's coming. Okay, great. Huzzah. So these two cards were next to each other when I was shuffling, but I don't think it's a coincidence that they came out again. We'll talk about it. Monday, Tuesday. Can I get the rest of the week, please? I can. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. We're going to move these guys over. A lot of really good energy happening this week. So let's take a look at this. We're going to clarify with the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. So in the beginning of the week, it was all about getting structured for you, bringing yourself back into balance, taking a look at your life, taking a look at the contracts that you currently have, as well as setting up a new structure for yourself. Things have changed a lot. You have changed a lot in this season. This has been a turbulent time, and having a day of normalcy, of sort of experiencing and appreciating your daily routine was very helpful for you on Monday. Even if big things happened for you, it was almost like you were prepared for them. Now on Tuesday, the Ace of Pentacles is here. So there's a new opportunity, probably in career, that came in for you. Something that if you follow that, if you plant this seed, whatever came in for you on Tuesday, it will lead to great abundance in the future, but it's a beginning. This is a new beginning in something for you coming along. And we can clarify that in a moment here. I want to talk through the rest of the week, and then I'll go back and clarify some cards. So on Wednesday, we have the 10 of Wands. So this is the overburdening. This is the overworkedness. I know the 10 of Wands didn't appear in the general reading, but I know that I mentioned that we've had a lot of that overburdening, overwork energy. It's because the 10 of Wands keeps appearing in almost all the readings that I do. And I do hope that it's not just my energy, because I do know that I overwork myself. But I also know that today is the day that I may come out of this. So I'm hoping that that's the same for you. We will clarify the 10 of Wands, but it is sort of a realization. Again, we're being called to acknowledge that perhaps we are doing too much, that it's okay to delegate. It's okay to reach out to others for help. It's okay to put down that burden, but it's also important to work through it. So we'll clarify that card as well. On Thursday, we have the Ace of Cups. This is another new beginning. I sense that it's different from this one. This is a more emotional. I don't sense that these two new beginnings are connected. Like two lovely new things are starting for you this week. This one may have to do with stability and career, and we'll talk about that. And then this one, this Ace of Cups, is a new friendship developing, a deepening friendship developing. Getting to the new level with somebody that you care about. Perhaps some words are going to be spoken from the heart to you, something that you've either been hoping for or something you didn't even know you needed to hear is going to be spoken to you on Thursday. But keep your heart open so that you can catch this message when it comes in for you. On Friday, we have the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords is a great energy to exercise your boundaries. It is possible that your boundaries are going to be tested, and therefore the Queen of Swords is here to remind you that you are in control, that you set the boundaries in your own life. But it is entirely powerful, empowering. This is mind over heart energy. So it looks like there is some sort of call upon yourself, even though we have a lot of things going on, to stay grounded. So Friday might be a great day for you to perform a grounding meditation, go outside and take a walk, be secure in your own power, set your own boundaries. Saturday, the star is here. The star is it's twofold. For some of you, this is going to be a really beautiful wish fulfillment. Something that you've been hoping that has been going to happen is going to come true. It's like a when you wish upon the star moment. For others of you, this is a peak time to manifest new things. I am a big fan of manifesting new things. So no matter who you are, even if something beautiful comes in for you on Saturday, thank the universe. But this is also a really lovely time to think forward and say, like, what do I want? Put it out there. Perform a ritual. Again, like, I'm getting meditation. I don't know why Friday, Saturday is so big on meditation, but perform a ritual. Say your thank yous, say your blessings for what you have. But this is the time to put out what you want in the next phase, in this next chapter that you're building. And on Sunday, we have the Chariot energy. This is the universe helping you move forward in a big way. So things are happening for you very quickly. I sense that this energy is connected lightly to kind of everything that happened this week. I'm not detecting like, oh, it has to do with this. Oh, it has to do with this. This is like a general forward motion in your life all around. Things are going to sort of shake loose for you. You're going to see some progress, perhaps that you've wanted to see for a while. And it is also for some of you that really huge things are going to rush into your life on Sunday. So really cool energy. I'm going to clarify a couple of things, and then we will look at the highlights. Whoa, okay. I'm trying to clarify the Ace of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles came out in reverse. Can we clarify the Six of Pentacles, please? Six of Pentacles? I'm sorry. Can we clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please? Ace of Pentacles. Universe was like, what did you say to me? I was like, I'm sorry. Okay. Two of Pentacles and the Well. I actually have to look up the Well because that's a new card for this deck. Like, this card added 2 decks into the tarot. Let's also take a look at the Ten of Wands. What do we need to know about the Ten of Wands on Wednesday? What do we need to know about the Ten of Wands on Wednesday? That thing flew out like a mama jama. Nine of Swords. Wow. 4 cards came out. I'm going to go with it. 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. We'll talk about that. And how about that Ace of Cups? We're going to move you guys over a little bit. Give you some space. What do we need to know about the Ace of Cups that's coming in for us on Thursday? What do we need to know? Okay. The Moon. We know nothing. We're not allowed to know anything. No, don't worry. I love the Moon. Look at that Moon card. That's gorgeous. I'll have to show you guys that card. The Ace of Cups on Thursday. What do we need to know about the Ace of Cups on Thursday? What do we need to know? 2 of Swords in reverse and the King of Wands. Okay, cool. Ooh, who's your King of Wands? I'm excited for you. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles. The opportunity that came in for us on Tuesday is clarified by the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, and the Well. Like I said, I'm actually going to have to take a second to grab the Ethereal Visions deck. I don't have it. Oh, that's interesting. That's okay, because I do remember some elements of the Well. Okay. So this new beginning for you has to do with something that you're holding on to personally. This is not something that you have given to somebody else. This is something that was given to you. It is a result of you bringing things back into balance in your life. You have had a lot of choices about where to go forward in your career, or with your abundance, whether that's how you spend your energy, how you spend your time. And this has sort of reprioritized some things for you. And it's something that is incredibly important to you. Whether or not it's important to you off the gate, or if it will become important to you over time, the Well talks about the energies of creation itself. And it is a reminder that all things are born from the energy of everything else that came before. So it's about drawing upon your deep spiritual energy and putting it towards whatever this new beginning is. So I hope that that helped with the Tuesday's energy. On Wednesday, which is today, the Ten of Wands was clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So it's almost like we have a little story going on here about Wednesday. The Nine of Swords is depression, anxiety, sleepless nights, being up in your own head, but facing some real demons. Like if you look on this version of the card, it's not exactly the same as the Eight of Swords, in which we're prisoning ourselves in our own mind. We're really battling with the hard stuff. Like the things are really real for us, and the battle comes through. And I think that the Five of Wands, this feels like an inner battle for most of us. There are things that we are healing from, things that we are currently settling in the current moment. And this overburdening isn't necessarily practical for everybody. This is burdening yourself with your own feelings. This overburdening is not related to commitment, not always for some of you it is, but for most of you, I feel like this is a really emotional day. It's a day to unpack some of the things that may be bothering you. And that is today, by the by. Unpack some of the things that may be bothering you, because when you do so, it leads to huge stability. Ten of Pentacles is a lifelong lasting stability. So dealing with whatever issue is in your head today, whatever is popping into your mind, taking a moment, maybe not solving your problem magically in one day, but taking that step, even to acknowledge that this is bothering you and moving forward, will lead you towards a really beautiful, long-lasting stability and new opportunities of the heart. So this is new opportunities in love. This is moving forward with the people that you love. This is moving forward as a being who is worthy of love. That's a huge one for you guys. This dealing with these elements of our past leads you into that self-worth energy. You always had the self-worth. It's always been there. Sometimes it can get bogged down and we can get in our own head. But recognizing that you are powerful, that you are beautiful, that you are worthy to be loved, that's the energy of today. Moving into that vibration. And then that leads us into Thursday, in which we have the Ace of Cups, which is a new start in love. Again, this could be messages of love that are coming in for you. Something that may be unexpected, but it's a new start. It's an exciting start. The moon further clarifies to me that I think this is something. Remember how I said it? I thought it was unexpected. The moon showed up, which means it's shrouded. There isn't a whole lot of clarity on what this is in particular. But what I can tell you about it is that it's bringing you out of a state of indecision, and it's also a result of your past choices. Like you are going to get, right now, this isn't something that's really on your radar, but it's going to make some things really clear. And the King of Wands is here. For some of you, this is a person. I say, oh, the King of Wands has arrived with an Ace of Cups. That's somebody in your life that is very passionate, that has that kingly energy, offering you something, bringing you that heart connection, for some of you. For others of you, this is the overall energy of the offer of the news that is coming in. It doesn't necessarily symbolize a human being, but instead the energy and the strength and the passion and the command, right? Like it's about stepping, whatever comes in for you reminds you of your own power. And that's the clarification for this week. So looking at the highlights, things that are really huge opportunities for us. We've got Tuesday, we've got some really good news coming in. Thursday, we've got something unexpected and fun coming in, so let's look forward to that. The whole weekend is going to be really big, so I'm excited for everybody's weekend upcoming. Some things that may or may not be challenging for us. Wednesday is a time of inner reflection, of putting down your burdens, of addressing things and recognizing your own self-worth. And if this is more practical for you, it's about actually doing those things and getting things done and coming out of this period so you can welcome all of this beautiful energy. The Queen of Swords comes sometimes when you're being tested, when people are testing your boundaries, and it's that reminder that you have that power, that you are the one in control. So it is possible that Friday could come up with some kind of tests for you. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull some general advice. We're going to pull some general advice with the Sun and Moon Tarot deck. And then I will pull one card for the thoughts. All right. Well, now, thank you so much, Universe, for this incredible reading today. What is the advice going into the rest of this week? What's the... Okay, huzzah! Okay. These both came out sideways. Actually, it was this order. Sorry. It's important. What is the advice? They came out sideways, so I'm kind of interested. It makes it unclear as to whether they are reversed or not. I don't think they are. Oh, thank you. I was going to say one more. Ha! Look at that. Okay. So, your advice from the universe is to remember that there will always be decisions in your life. Life is a series of decisions that you make. And it's normal sometimes to be pulled in multiple directions, as long as you are taking that moment and actually making a decision and moving forward into a direction. Because no matter what direction you're going to go in, the universe is always working things out for you. The universe is always turning for you. The Wheel of Fortune appears when something is fated, when something needed to come to this point, and it's always turning, when it arrives in the upright, it's always coming in your favor. It means that things are turning for the better. So you making the choice, whatever that is, making the choice, even if it's small, and even if you're like, oh, I don't know if this is right or not, whichever way you go, it's going to lead you into the right direction. And there's another reminder that you are the master of your own throne. You are the one who can vanquish your enemies, whether they are internal or external. And you are the one who has the power to set those boundaries. So we will close with a thought from the Gathered Thoughts jar. And this one is coming out. This one right here. There we go. Okay, the universe's message for you. When you think things are bad, when you feel sour and blue, when you start to get mad, you should do what I do. Just tell yourself, ducky, you're really quite lucky. Some people are much more, oh, ever so much more, oh, muchly, much, much more unlucky than you. Dr. Seuss. All right. Thank you so much for joining my reading today, and I hope you all have a blessed rest of the week.